a demo for the new game called The Last Winter Night. The author actually reached out to me to ask me about a couple of armor questions here and there, how proportion works, what do they look like, and what is fitting for pretty much a prince, a knight of a really nice high status. And I just kind of gave some input, so I really didn't know what really came out of it. And then I saw a few months ago, I saw a couple of illustration graphics, and they look absolutely fantastic. I actually helped record a couple of the sound as well for the game. I don't know when they're gonna be used in this game, since it's just a demo, so well, we're gonna see what's up. You can definitely find this game on Steam right now. It is still on demo. New game is gonna be released soon. And once again, if you just type in The Last Winter Night, you're gonna find it. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna double check my screen works. Okay, I'm still recording. Yes. So I actually recorded once already and it didn't go through and it scared the crap out of me. Well, starting off, is this full screen? Good enough. I'm bad with these computer stuff. I don't know where full screen is. Good enough. You found full screen? Yeah. What button do you press? Okay, still recording. Nice. Alrighty. So there might be a couple of save files here, but that's okay. Let's start. So it's a visual novel, and I actually never played visual novel games. So I don't know what's up. So there's nothing to click on yet. These are all hand-drawn, by the way. It's actually kind of cool. Visually hand-drawn, so it's really nice. Ooh! It's really interesting how the action is actually just clicking around words and, I guess, items. So, as you can see, that knight helmet is pretty much as the one that we recognize, which is Dark Souls Elite Knight helmet. It's a closed helmet, exactly like the one that I'm wearing right now. Very iconic, really cool. And we see that there's a bit of fur onto the cape, really nice little touches. The helmet is clickable. What a the whole thing is clickable. With the eyes. What happens here in this screen, it's actually really interesting. The helmet that the knight has a similar visor like me, a slit, and then it has a bunch of breath holes. So what you're seeing right now is all these little breath holes on the bottom side, which is very common when you're fighting in armor. You actually don't always look through your eye slit. You actually sometimes fight like this way. So you're actually looking through your breath hole. So the vision here it's sometimes even more important than the vision here. But of course, if you're fighting, you should really keep your head down so your neck is protected and all that. But then I found it very interesting. The first thing this knight look out is from his breath hole. And if you do put on a real knight helmet, most of the time you are trying to look through the breath holes too. Really interesting. Gauntlet. Oh, so nice. It's very interesting how, of course, it's a fantasy game, so historical references, historical accuracy, it's like completely out the window, because, you know, let's not be judged by that. I find it very interesting how the most popular gauntlet style that most people would draw are the one with these brass knuckles. And we sometimes do see these brass knuckle version on 15th century gauntlet. Many of them are actually on the English ones and German one, like the High Gothic German ones. And we see a bit of almost like fluting on this one, so I thought it was really interesting how it's so similar. And these finger names are kind of like mine actually, where 16th century, where they actually overlap to each other. We see them in 15th century as well, but many of the ones that has these little knuckle plates has extra little joint protection, protecting these joints. So you actually have a knuckle plate, a plate, another joint plate, a plate, another joint plate, and then your plate. So you protect these joints with these extra things, but it's like on these parts. It's kind of like wearing rings, kind of thing. And the one that we see here, it's actually riveted onto the side. I'm picking this way too long. In any case, the one that you see here is riveted on the side. And actually, no, not a lot of armor actually is riveted on the side. Except for the 15th century stuff. Later on in the century, it's actually sewn onto a leather tab. So there's like a piece of leather that goes all the way through. All your metal get pinned onto it, and then pins on the very last one. And then on the 15th century, these guys do get pinned onto the side sometimes. These are the ones that are going to be the one with the knuckles. Now, if you just pin these onto the side of your glove or onto your glove is okay, but then when you move, sometimes if the pinning is not right, it will dig into your finger. So they kind of sit onto the metal itself. Any case, that's a lot of nerding out. Oh, I'm supposed to click on the gauntlet. I love how the inside is still glove. Many times people draw the inside with like metal and stuff like that. The only time when a gauntlet actually have metal, it's like they actually have chainmail and on the palm, and sometimes some people just wear a gauntlet of chainmail, or they have chainmail on the inside and then plate on the outside, so that you can grab swords and stuff like that. Man, imagine if you wake up and all you see is your gauntlet doing this. Like, the gauntlet. How heavy is that? And also, your bed sheet must be so dirty. No living finger, no flesh, nor bone. So you're empty. So, I'm Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist. I'm just imagining the sound and things. What slit am I seeing out from? Okay, I'm gonna go see. Do I like use my keyboard in any way? I cracked the visor open with my helm wait, hold on. Just like I cracked the visor of my helm open with the soft click of my vision set, settling into focus. So if they don't have eyes, do they? Is the entire face one eyeball? So do they have amazing vision? Yeah, if I see myself like that early in the morning when I wake up, I'll be like, oh yeah, sick. I don't have to brush my teeth. That is so freaking cool. So, one fun little fact is that you see this one thick V right here. That looks absolutely freaking fantastic. But what happens is that when you actually have a helmet like that, you actually cover a huge part of your vision to the point where in your breath hole, you see the leg of your opponent, and your eye slit, you see more or less like from their shoulder up. So if you have this ginormous plate here, you actually can't really see your opponent's arm. So without seeing what they're doing, it's kind of dangerous. And my original helmet, they actually have no, all these holes I actually have to punch it in myself. That's why they're kind of crude. But the reason why I punch it in myself so I can have more vision, just so I can see what my opponent is doing. Before I had these, they can shank me all day long and I have no idea what's going on. Man, that looks so good. That looks so good. Man, that sucks. You don't even remember your own armor. It's kind of like you don't remember your own dog. Really? Yo. My dog's very passed out. All I'm remembering right now is in Macbeth and how Macbeth is like, there's a suit of armor and it's my dad, but I can't see because he's wearing a suit of armor. Or something like that. I don't know, I'm just remembering that right now. It's kind of like the ghost lingering into his suit of armor. Damn, that's cool. That still looks hella cool. I love how that cape sits on the side and how I think that's a scarf. And then we see the lane defense on the helmet, which is exactly like what I have right now. Okay, so I'm in. 1 second. Okay, I can see now. I'm in a room. It's very dusty. Alright. So like before, I can just click on things. Okay, I don't want to randomly click on the wrong thing because... fuck it, I'm just gonna jump through the window. Sharp as an iron eater's maw. What's an iron eater? Like a giant sandworm? Man, if you can notice that much detail in your armor, even in the dark, your armor must be so nice. So just mention that whoever this guy was got buried in his suit of armor and is completely untouched. So a bit about funeral armor. There's actually many times a knight actually do have many suits of armor. There's two kinds. Either one, you straight up just have many suits of armor throughout your life, and because fashion changed, so sometimes when you die, they actually make you a new suit of armor just so you kind of can die in. It's kind of weird. It's kind of morbid. But what happened is that, so you have your funeral armor and then you have your battlefield armor. They kind of do look the same because in the last fight, when you die, you're supposed to look like what it is when you die in. So people recognize you because that's your service, right? So what happened is that when you're being laid to rest, there's two ways you can do it. In your tomb, sometimes there's something like an alabaster carving. It's very apparent, more or less apparent into the 15th century. I don't remember what they do in the 16th century. I think they just hang a helmet up or something like that. But in any case, they create a 1-to-1 model out of like marble, carve the whole darn thing as detailed as they can, and they cover really nice detail of your armor, and that become a funeral armor that you're gonna be dressed in. So then what happens is that when God receives your tomb that has this stone carving on top, that is like, great, this is what knight number 8 looks like. And then inside the box, knight number 8 looks like that, and then in front of God is like knight number 8. Okay, everything checks in, you're good. Alright, go ahead. So, because now you're checked in. But then if your armor doesn't look right to your alabaster carving, then that just kind of be like, well, your passport doesn't really look like you, so I'm gonna put you back in purgatory for another whatever years. That's one of the tales, and the other tale is going to be something to do with the more money you donate to the alabasters means the more money you give to the church, and then you kind of donate more, so you kind of buy less. You kind of buy like a pay to win kind of system in purgatory, and you go to heaven more. Very interesting. So meaning that for a really good, and also there's almost at that point, if you're spending that much money, there's almost no like just decoration armor. Back then, armor were decorated, but armors were never made purely for decoration. If they're that rich, they would all be serviceable. So yes, I'm very glad that the author did mention a serviceable suit of armor. Because every one of those funeral armor, no matter how beautifully decorated, well, of course, it's made from the right material. Sometimes you see stone armor. It's kind of weird. But in any case, if it's a serviceable suit of armor, usually they are as good as the real thing on the battlefield. Completely sidetracked. I missed a very important part. Crap. Oh, I love that. It's like a little history lesson right there. Okay. Anything on the table? Nope. Clock? Nope. Floor. Man, if you have gauntlets on, if you try to pick up paper, you have no idea how difficult it is. When I drop my longsword, I have trouble like picking up my sword, so all my swords have like a little ring on the side so I can easily pick it up. That's purely what it's used for me at least. It's for defense, of course, but man, picking up paper with gauntlet on. I have received your summon and will attend the banquet as you command. Once again, I offer my sincere condolences for your father's passing. Marchionis? How do you say that word? Marchionis? Fuck it. Marchionis. By the way, guys, my English actually sucks. Huh. Yeah, most letters back then were full of fluff, actually. You have no idea how long letters were back then. It was amazing. Chair. There's a lantern on a set of chairs. Maybe I like got my head crushed when this lantern fell. Man, imagine if something fall on your armor, it's gonna make a ginormous like boom. That's the way it worked. Despite a woman of no less than 20 summers, dressed in blue gown, her skin porcelain fair, and hair fair still. Oh my god, I can't read. What's a raven? It's a white raven. So back in the 16th century, women as well, they actually did a lot of sporting called falconing. And what that does is that they actually have birds that are being used for sport hunting. And it's a very, very prestigious and noble sport. Because you have so much time, you have nothing else better to do than to train a chicken to fly. Man, those LED eyes. I need to get the full scene. Marchionis. I love how there's a little icon on the side of me. So cute. Me. The player. Okay, that's it. Cool. Next room. Oh, there's only one. Where am I going? Where's my mouse? Oh, whoa, hold on. What the heck? That's not what I wanted. I'm just gonna double check to see if I'm still recording, because you know, it would suck if it's not. Yes, it's still recording. Okay, cool. Next, moving on. Fireplace. If you're a suit of armor, do you have to keep warm? Good question. Hey, there's two opening now, so you actually cannot advance until you click on everything. So that's good for someone who likes to clear everything. It's nice. Okay, I'm gonna go left. Left down. I guess keep going. Door. Definitely boss room. Yeah. Go back. I need a key then. Fun fact, lockpicking was a skill back then. Hey, there's another suit of armor. So really interesting enough is that in the same castle, there is a 15th century, kind of 15/16th century kind of suit of armor, also with a closed helmet. That has a more protrusion visor that's more or less like either a tournament visor or it's gonna be like one of those frog mouth helmet on adjusting. But we do see these on foot combat as well. There's no vision on this guy. This guy literally only have like that much to see from. It's gonna suck. Anyways, moving on. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Now we get a better shot of it. He doesn't look that rusty. Hey, even mentioned that it's the older style companion of mine. Hey. Woo. I'm imagining this castle is like every single suit of armor actually move, and then when you talk to them, they just like are either asleep or they're just hoping that you go away. Oh man. Like the museum game. Okay, I'm gonna click on him again. I tapped the suit of armor's visor. You literally go to someone and like start doing this. How rude. It's a really interesting suit of armor. So, in the last winter night, they did put a lot of really interesting historical reference to this. So this random armor in the hallway, it's kind of like a /15th, 16th century set of suit of armor, as I mentioned. It has a closed helmet with a neck-length visor, but a frog mouth kind of style visor, which happens in the 16th century as well. There are many jousting helmet that does exactly that, with not a lot of holes in the side. Maybe on his right side there's a little port. And what's really interesting is that on a pauldron, I think whoever put this armor together actually slide the pauldron way too high up. What happened is, this part right here, that's the defense for the neck, and actually goes on an angle like that. Instead of being so high up, it actually goes 45 degrees, because that catches the best, it's the best defense, area of defense. So, I thought it was very interesting how they always do that. Having it up this way, I mean. Anyways, and then of course, classic chest plate, really cute. And then that legs actually, it looks more... So, one really interesting fact again is, if we look at this little gapping right here, I don't know if that's a gap from the greaves to the sabaton. In the 16th century, what happens is that many of these are actually in a single piece. So your sabaton and your greaves are actually all pinned together, so then they form one unit. There are many foot combat ones that are, you can take off the sabatons, or underneath the sabaton, there's no sabaton, and it is just a piece of chainmail fabric that actually covers your leg. But then those are more for foot combat use. So either it's a composite suit of armor, where they stuck on they kept on the foot combat leg wear, put on some jousting equipment, and then a finger gauntlet that you see. It's actually rather interesting. Looks kind of Italian as well. Really cool. Moving on. A is my code plate. Door. Bookshelf. This is so crazy. It's such a tiny room. Okay. That must stink. Ooh. If you're in a tiny corridor and your sabaton is just like clanking around, it's gonna be so loud. Negative 1000 stealth. Man, imagine going into a darkness with a suit of armor. It's already kind of creepy in the suit of armor anyway, because everything is very claustrophobic-ish, if you're not used to it. In the darkness, even worse. Man, it reminds me of that episode in Goosebumps. Okay, that was creepy. How did he climb up? Is that a ladder? Yeah, I'll be batshit scared going in there with no lantern as well. It's so bad. Can I just yank off that one and just bring it to the fireplace? Guess not. Oh, I mentioned name Tristan. Yo, boy, I'm hearing things. Paperwork. What's an iron eater? Ew. Okay, moving on. Where are we going? Nope. Can I go this way? Can I go this way? Okay, I came from... No, I didn't go here. No, I came from here. Can I go down? Can I go left? I can go down. Same. Okay, going down is going the same, right? I see. So I walked out, I can go left, I can go right. So that's where I came from, so I can go right now. Wait a second. What's that? My dog is right here. Door again. Okay, I didn't go this way yet. Okay, there we go. Something new. Window. More tapestry. Man. Well, it does take 1,000 hours to make a piece of fabric, but at that point, they have a lot of time with their hand. Oh, I can take that, yes. Bonfire. I wouldn't. He's been held up like a teddy bear. Yes, got a light. Same light? Yes. So I was busy looking down because this visor I actually can't see the top half of the screen, so I keep moving my head up and down, and I finally saw that. Whew. That's a cute sketch. So if you hold your lantern in front of you like that, you actually blind yourself. You're supposed to hold it like kind of behind you or beside you. But it's cool. It's a soul finding lantern. So I'm glad that these invaders actually have some sort of humanity in them, because Sometimes when people invade other country, the first thing they destroy are things in altars, so then they can destroy their religion. It's more or less just a god. So then it's like, hey, you're a pagan, so you don't have my god, and that's it's weird. Cool. Okay, so I have the light. I can go back to the room now. How the heck do I go back up? Tristan, my son, do you resent me? Hello, mother. For sending your mother away. I sent my mom away? Like a nursery home? Where's my dog? Having both a mistress and a bastard under your roof would ruin you. Does it? I don't remember how the relationship works back then, but I'm pretty sure you can have mistress until you behead them. Never mind. Father! It's weird. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back looking for that. Where am I going? I got a light now, so I can open that tunnel. Oh. A man stands before a suit of polished tournament armor. The dark steel gleaming, black light raven's wing. So that armor clearly actually should look purple because it's blued. Or they painted black, who knows? A single suit of carved steel, please. Yes. Yes. Back then, people go to wars for one suit of armor. It's crazy. Okay, I think it's this one. Not this one. This one. Anything new? I want to talk to the dude in case he start talking. Thank God. I just realized there's a glossary right here. Option save history. Oh, so it's what I can reread what I had missed. Guess that's useful. Skip. Auto. Having autos with dialogue. Save load option. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna start like page number 2. Return. Option, what does it do? So, as a fun little joke, these little things, of course, these are just a little dial on a sword, but then, back then, tournament swords have a little spike mace pommel, a very, very high, very spiky crossguard, still a handle, and then the blade, it's the same, but then, there is a crossguard right here. It's because when you have swording it, then you don't get the bottom of your hand spike. So then you have swording it, and there's a little the text thing, the piece of metal plate, and then you have the rest of your sword. I saw that and I thought it was hilarious. I'm gonna post a picture of it later on when I put it on there. It's hilarious. Okay, glossary. Oh, I thought glossary was like a map, but that's really cool. So once again, like I said, in the last Winter Night, they put a lot of references into it to the point where they even teach you about armor. This is freaking fantastic. So, not a historical game, purely fantasy, but we see a lot of really cool references. First, we have this closed helmet that kind of looks like the Dark Souls Elite Knight helmet visor with the Lothric Knight helm. There's some hair popping up, which I thought was really cool. But the thing is that most armor, in the back of your armor, you actually have the back of the head defense. So it wouldn't really pop up like that unless they don't have the back of neck defense, which is rare but very, very possible. Oh no, I missed it. Okay. And of course, you have the Gorget, whatever it's called, Pauldron. I like how so people actually keep mistaking Pauldron and Spalder. These are exact correct. Pauldrons, Spalders are like the smaller version ones. And then we have the Cuirass, Cooter, which is your elbow defense, which I'm not wearing, Vambrace, which is the little plate of metal right underneath your gauntlet. They're actually very short. They actually only go up to maybe like 2 inches away from your bone, and most will make them way too big. The Fold or the Tassets, the Gauntlet, which is what we're wearing, Scabbard, Queeze, which is of course the thigh defense. I am very curious how they tie the thigh defense into this knight in particular, because back then they just kind of laced it towards their arming doublet. I'm just curious. Pauline and the Sabatons. So we actually have it's very interesting because this is actually it's a cavalry suit of armor that doesn't have cavalry component into the suit of armor itself. Maybe this is just here for cool factor, but if you're walking in these all day long, they do get in the way. I do like how they also have an earlier century male halberd set. A halberd is of course the outfit that's around. Usually to get this nice tapering effect, they usually have like a belt around their true waist, just so you can keep everything nice and tight. And it apparently helps you on weight distribution of the male, and it never really worked out for me. But yeah, they're supposed to have a belt there and the coif. So I really hope that this guy is actually wearing like some sort of a linen hat underneath. Usually it's like that's actual coif. Because if not, if you pull up the coif, the whole thing just come off like a little hat anyway. If you yank that out without having with your hair flowing like that, you're gonna have so much hair catching on your male coif, and you're not gonna have a good time. So what happens is that there's actually I don't know if this pattern, we see this one little line that's a little bit more highlighted. I think it's just how it's made. But I would like to think that this piece of lighter fabric, the male, it's actually a separate piece, because there's usually, the male actually covers up to your nose line and sometimes underneath it. So then this piece actually comes up, it gets tied onto the side, so it covers your mouth as well actually. And of course we have the classic swords, just very simple, pommel, hilt, crossguard, follower, and the blade. I do like how deep this follower is. It's really nice. By the way, yes guys, follower is mostly used as a weight, back then for swords, followers, as we see right here, it's mostly used to reduce the weight of a sword. No, it's not really a blood groove that when you stick into someone, blood starts pouring out and it makes your blade easier to pull out. I highly encourage you to try. I was gonna say you should try stabbing someone and see if it actually helps, but don't do that, please don't. But then I guess yes, follow is for weight distribution. It's not so much for drawing out blood, because that's really vampiric. Maybe it's a cool thing. I really like this page. That was cool. Okay, back to the task. I have a light. Come on, I have a light. Come on. A candlestick is actually not that bright, by the way. I hope you have more than one candlestick, or is it a really big candlestick? Clank. 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 So I think this knight is actually wearing a halberd, which is a almost like a 9th to 14th century kind of torso defense. And they have armor over it. Now we see that very commonly in Italian armor, where Italians knight were to wear a full chainmail shirt with another chest plate onto it. Now, of course, is that redundant? Yes, you don't need 2 defense, but what happens is that if you're getting tired, or something doesn't work out, or you're just getting way too hot, you can ditch your actual chest plate, and then you have your mail underneath it, and you can still keep on fighting. And if you don't have that, I guess you get stabbed. But in any case. Yes, your armor would be so loud. I'm pretty sure you are into. Holy shit, that's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of bodies, holy shit. Ah. No bones, corpse, lived, life snuffed out. Aren't they the same thing? I bet the main character right now is so glad to have a breath slot so he can see down, because if not, if he's like the other guy who does not have it, he's gonna be tripping everywhere. Man. Dude. It's a little ring. Odin, did you kick me? Is that a paw? Or is it a foot? What? What do you do to these people? Hold on, this is when I used the history and review what the hell I missed. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna read it again. I guess I did kill them. You kill all these people, a suit of armor, and a bird. What's a bird in here? Oh my god, did you kill like the white falcon thing? Carry on, Crow. Where are we, in Australia? Man, that's a huge gash. Oh my god, what the hell batter your helmet and your cuirass in? That's crazy. What? What? Key. A knight with a burning look in her unwavering eyes. That's a female knight. So back then, female knights are actually famed as the more superior knight compared to male knights, just because there's so little of them. And they're often the one training the hardest to prove that they are worthy of their colleagues. So in turns, they actually just become better knights than actually most men. It's kind of cool. So a lot of female knights were actually celebrated as celebrities, and they're just like, whoa, I want this female knight to be in my tournament and stuff like that, and it just becomes this whole spectacle of things. There's actually books and books written about female knights, historical ones, and there are many legends and sagas and tales about how heroic female knights were, and they were absolutely badass of the history. So if you guys are curious about a female being a knight, yeah, they were actually a lot more fierce than their male colleagues. But first, that key. Hope's not your wife. But first, key. I just realized that key has a little French symbol on it. The fleur de lis. Okay. Anything else? Peace out. What What you doing? So you're telling me all these people and the bird went into this trap door? Never mind. I think there's another door somewhere else. Unless somebody opened a trap door and threw a bird in there, which would be pretty funny. Come on, guys. I still run away from my own basement. Of course, I'll be frightened with a corridor of corpses, man. Okay. Can I move these? What were they barricading? I guess they're barricading me from going in to kill them? So that little plaque on top usually is like a weapon set that's on there. I find that there's actually no weapon in this game. Even the knight's not wearing it. Usually the knights on the side will be having like, they will be having like a lance or a poleaxe, and then they'll have the sword wearing on them. It's really interesting how the whole castle has no weapon decoration. Okay, so I got a key, so I'm gonna go back to the door now. Why wouldn't an inner hall have a padded key? So if the lock is locked from the outside, it could mean that they're trying to lock the people inside. Because if you're in an inner hall, they would lock it from inside the inner hall to not intruders in. So does it mean that there's something on the inside that I'm trying to lock out? I'm overthinking this, by the way, sorry. How many dead people do you guys want? What the hell? So many dead people. The place looks amazing though. So many dead people, holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? Let's just round out and call it 20. Man! What a night of fighting prowess. You killed so many people. I spy skeletons with rings on bony fingers. A few were color and armor unfamiliar to me, but the others. That's a question. That mirrors my own. Oh, there's 2 factions here. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. I love how it hints that this is actually the very first game of all the other games I play that the author recognizes that the armor that you die in is actually not the same armor that you fight in. And a lot of people just imagine that knights only have one suit of armor, they wear that one suit of armor for the whole life, and it's not true. I love how that hints that this character has been through Battlefield, has an understanding that there's a Battlefield armor, and then you bury into another armor. God, that was good. Justify why I have 4 suits of armor. Oh! Click on them again, sorry. click on both of them already. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, same dude. No, different dude. Don't you dare. Wait a second, that's a Dark Souls reference. You know, like, don't you dare go hollow. Don't you dare go hollow. Serious voice. I just saw someone holding a claymore. So bright. Hmm? Wait, how the hell do you die? Yo. Okay, so the red text is here again, and then the white text. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 options. Is there anything else? No. Okay. I'm gonna click on the first one first. First, I'm gonna take a save, just in case I have to go back. Save to here. Return. Okay, I murdered everyone. Yeah. That's like almost 30 body counts and a bird. By the way, most knights were murderer, so you're not that bad of a human being. What? So you just straight up, yep, I killed him. Grandma. Marchions. She's old. Man, in medieval times, you're 30. You're like old as hell. What? The family connection. Okay, where was I going? I really like that sword, by the way, and it's really cute. Alright, so that's one. Okay, option number one, I just murder everyone. I'm just like, shit. So if you abandon everyone to their fate, does that mean that there's another killer? Either you're a coward or a villain. Oh, that was short. Do I still see Marciani's? Another character being introduced. Grip your sword in your hand like this, Lynn. One hand over the pommel. 1 second. So other swords that have been showing so far are actually long swords. But then if you have a short sword, you can actually still grip your hand on your pommel, which is quite interesting. But then if you have a long sword, typically you would just grab it by the base of the sword, kind of like how I'm holding it right now, so you actually don't hold on to your pommel. But if you want, I guess you can, for more leverage. He earned his spurs and scars. So, I think it was called the War of the Golden Spurs, a Battle of the Golden Spur or something like that. When they, I think it was something to do with English or French army. I don't remember. It's a 15th century tale, right? Or even maybe 14. It's a little bit outside of my my study of field interest. But what happened is that back then there were many knights' spurs were actually in gold. So then you actually do start killing knights and collect, and for you to, I guess, prove your body count, you actually showed your lord how many golden spurs you have taken. So I thought that was kind of cool. Earn your spurs. Oh my god, that's creepy. It's like blood coming up from his eye. How much blood do you have spewing out from your brain matter? Dude. Oh, must be so loud. Your armor start falling apart in front of you. Yeah, if I see blood coming up from someone's eyeball through the visor, I'll be really scared. One B, broken memory. All right, now the very last one. Ooh. Option yes and no. It's I refuse. The claymore. Wait a second. Okay. Door. There's no welcome. Oh, he's just cruising along now. What does... So, this door is locked from the inside, haha. Wow! Headbutting your door with your visor. It's gonna hurt. Back then, they did have helmets that had these. Hey, your armor's not worthless. Have a night. What? You like disconnect? Damn, that's a handsome knight. So, taking a quick pause here. Obviously, these suits of armor is gonna be minimum. It's gonna be 16th century suit of armor. Yeah, sure, I can sneak in about 15th century. But what's happening is that the claymore that she's using, claymore is actually an English-Scottish weapon in the 18th century. So the sword is actually roughly around 300 years later than the armor. So maybe it's just a longsword that just very have a high resemblance of a claymore, but from the crinchofoil, which is the four circular look, and that big cross block. Yeah, that's claymore. Very interesting how they use a claymore with these suits of armor. But of course, for Tristran, I guess that's this super mega hot man. He has clearly he's actually left-handed because his sword is on the right side. Most swords actually hung on the right, on the left side. His sword is on the right side, sorry. But that's a typical longsword that you see in this time period. Joan d'Arc was a young girl when she led the army. Hey, she's so short. Ooh. What? So did your sister give you the armor? Oh, there's nothing clicking anymore. Midnight, where are you looking? Ooh. Yo, that's so cool. Man, that was nice. I still have no idea what's going on. That was very captivating. So in the whole game, there's actually the secrets actually played out really nicely. It's I'm so confused what's happening. Like there's so much new things being introduced to you in this game, and it's they did it in a very wonderful way. It's actually a lot of fun. A lot of little historical context stuff. Absolutely, like this game is almost like a little love note to all armor enthusiasts out there, and I just freaking love it. And at the final end, of course, we do see this beautiful gallant knight. I suppose it's Tristan now. I love how there's all these fur lining on the armor. Rich armor are actually lined with fur, silk, and brocade, and all of the other fancy stuff. And we see a hint of that through the peak of every single edge of the armor to show that underneath the armor, there actually is fabric. So this armor actually is quite warm to wear. And we see all these like little silk kind of pieces hanging down. So this is a piece of lined armor. Now what that means is that we're gonna notice that in this game, it talks about how it's clanking because of the sabaton. Really interesting, because if this armor was lined, this armor doesn't actually produce any sound, and even if it does, it's actually very dull sound instead of clanking sound. So I am very happy that the author actually mentioned that it's a sabaton that makes a sound, because it is not lined. Little nerdy stuff. God, I love this. Oh, the sword is gone. Oh, right, he's not holding one. Oh, thank you. So, they gave me credit for it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Armor and arms consultant. One person's armor. Yeah, thank you. Oh, that is so nice. It's Ellie. Sorry, it's Eli. Ellie. Oh gosh, it's Eli. It's a small Eli. So this entire thing is just made by one person, Eli, and she spent the author spent so many hours on doing this. And well, that's the end of the demo of The Last Winter Night. If you want to go for this experience like how I just did and read more in depth, because I'm pretty sure I missed something in the game anyway, check it out on Steam. You can easily find it on on Steam platform for now, alongside with 2 other games that Eli also produced. Well, once again, thanks so much for joining me on this fun little adventure, and I'm probably going to be posting a little bit more stuff as this game go along. I'm probably pretty sure I'm going to start catching more of these historical contexts, so I'm going to give you a little bit more tidbits and stories in here and there. Well, once again, signing off for now. Thank you very much for letting me play this game. See ya!